Show you how I, after I've edited all of the images in Photoshop, how I then re-import them back into Lightroom so I can convert them into black and white. Here we go. So I am going to find my files. I'm going to look for Delilah. There she is. And these are all the images which I have edited just now. So I'm going to select them all and drag them over into Lightroom and then click import. And just wait for Lightroom to catch up. Right, now I need to add them to quick collection, so I do Command A to select them all, and then I click on the little circle, and now they have all entered into quick collection. Right, so now we're going to go into develop, and I've actually got a Lightroom preset for this, but you can have a play with black and whites in this, but I just have one that I use, which is, I have to scroll down to find it. Oh, past it. Oh, I just thought actually, oh there it is, okay. Right, so I use this one, but I make a couple of changes. So the first thing I do is reduce the clarity. So bring that down to 0, and then I reduce the contrast and the shadows. Nope, that's fine. I think I look here, so I can up the exposure a bit, up the highlights. Nope. Okay, so you just play around with it until you're happy. And then this is where I do use noise reduction to smooth the images in black and white. So it just beautifully smooths the skin out. So I just would probably go to about there. And maybe just add some contrast. Okay, so I really like it now. And then I will just click the shift key and then click on the end image, and that will select them all, and then I will push sync, synchronize. So Lightroom has now performed its magic, and now I'm just going to quickly go over them just to make sure I'm happy, because I might need to do some little tweaks. So I am going to bring down the blacks in this one, add some contrast, up the highlights, that's it, I'm happy with that. Yep, that's good. I'm just playing with it now. You'll have your own way of doing this, but this is the way I do it here. Bit of contrast. A little bit too much smoothing there, so I'm just going to just bring it down a touch. Yep, I'm happy with that. Bring the exposure down on this one, up the contrast. Right, so for this one, you can actually play around with the black and white mix with the colours. So the face will be made up of quite a lot of orange, so you can go to the orange slider and lift up the shadows this way. That's it, I'm happy with that. Same here possibly, but no, we don't need to do it there. So maybe try some contrast. Yep, that's it. Contrast, highlights, That's it. You can add quite a lot of contrast to these ones. So I might just reduce the noise on this one. Just bring it down a little bit. And then with this one, need to add a bit of contrast in there. Yeah. Same, so I think I'll be able to do this to all the images, so I'm just going to sync these last ones. Bring down these highlights a bit. I love that one. So sweet. Okay, and then I'll go into Library, Command A to select them all, export. The folder will stay the same, and then I go into File Naming, Edit, take off the underscore, and then put black and white. Click Done, everything else stays the same, and then Export. Go into Bridge and we can see the files are loading right now with our beautiful baby from today. Go to the end, make sure they're all there. And now we're going to rename them. So you need to do this in Bridge. And I'm going to Command A to select them all. Then up here is Tools, Battery Name. And I'm going to rename it the baby's name. So that was Delilah, plus the surname, plus the days, underscore, and then sequence number, start from 1. So this was the original file name. So this is the preview, and this is what we are going to be naming it to. And once we're happy with that, then we click rename. And there we have it. All of our lovely images.